For the past couple of decades, realtors across the country have been supporting an effort that many find surprising. This effort is quietly and in many cases completely unknown to the general public. It's called Can Tree. It's about feeding those in need. The Can Tree effort started by realtors actually building Christmas trees made out of canned goods and then distributing those goods to those who need them. Today, however, that effort goes way beyond canned goods and far beyond Christmas. In this report, we'll look at the efforts of the Big Bear Association of Realtors in Big Bear Lake, California, and the changes that their efforts are making in their community.
We're here with Greg Pilcher, who is the head of the food pantry for St. Joseph's. Good morning.
Good morning.
So where do you guys get your food?
Well, you know, we're furnished the money from the realtors, which is great, and we buy a lot of our food at Stater Brothers, but at the same time the county supplies food for us once a month for a county food program.
And Greg, who's getting the food? Is this for homeless people or what?
Well, we have a good mixture of homeless, but at the same time we have a lot of underemployed people that come in, and people that have a true need, so we're really excited to serve them.
You were mentioning to me the county gives you a criteria list?
Well, actually they do want us to show the people what the income is that they should be making or less for the county, but we don't have that criteria. We feed them all and feel that they'll be blessed either way.
Very good, very good. And you said you're trying to adjust your hours a little bit, but what are they right now?
Right now we open the food pantry on Tuesday from 9 to 11.
And how does somebody get some of your food?
Well, they just have to be in line at 9 o'clock and come through, and we're happy to give them food.
Very good. Is that AM or PM, Greg?
AM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Exactly.
Thank you. And we're here at St. Joseph's with Father Paul. Good morning.
Good morning.
Father Paul, roughly how long has the food pantry been going on here at St. Joseph's?
Well, I've been here for about 3 years, and it's been going very strong since the moment I got here, but they've been doing it at St. Joseph's for right around 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you have any idea how many families you feed on a monthly basis?
I would say we feed, at least around 100 families per month. We do it every Tuesday, and we've got a lot of hungry folks coming here to get nourished. And
now you said families?
we have some low-income families who do work and have jobs, but still struggle to make ends meet. We have families who simply don't have the opportunity to work and can't find jobs, and they come here and to be nourished, and just lots of kind of different scenarios, different people, different backgrounds, and
Sure.
it's quite a variety of the people who do come here to be served and nourished.
It's very heartwarming, isn't it, to be able to help?
It's somebody pretty important told us that we need to feed the hungry and take care of the poor and minister to them, and so we're simply listening to our boss.
Absolutely. Where do you guys get your food from?
We have various sources of donations. A lot of the parishioners are very active in supporting, and they bring food here to the church each week at Mass, and we take it over to the pantry. The Moose Lodge helps out every year. They do a little can drive. A lot of sources, but our primary source of help is the Big Bear Board of Realtors, and in fact they give us a check for over $10,000 every year strictly to support our food pantry.
You seem surprised.
I'm not surprised anymore, but when I first got here, I didn't quite believe it. That's a lot of money, and it feeds a lot of people, and it's not so often in this day and age you see that type of generosity for the poor. So yeah, it is a little surprising, but in a very beautiful way.
Welcome to small town USA.
Yeah, amen. And so, yeah, again, just a word of gratitude to everyone who continues to support our food pantry. We're doing God's work, and it's wonderful, and we can't do it alone. So a big thank you to everybody, and especially the Board of Realtors. Again, the generosity is unbelievable and greatly appreciated. These people who are hungry are not only receiving, some dignity and respect as God's children, but they're receiving the physical nourishment that they need to keep going as well. So to all the members of the Board of Realtors, to all that you do on behalf of, I believe I can say on behalf of God, on behalf of St. Joseph, and on behalf of all the people who are nourished by your support. Thank you.
Beyond supporting local food pantries, Meals on Wheels is a big part of the Can Tree project, and many of the deliveries made by Meals on Wheels are actually made by realtors. Although funded primarily by realtors, Can Tree also is drawing the support of a lot of community donations.
Yeah, why does Alaska Federal Credit Union support Meals on Wheels and
Well,
Can Tree?
The Alaska USA Foundation is a member-based public charitable foundation that is formed for the purpose of actually distributing and raising funds to qualifying organizations. Part of that is the Can Tree, where we donate to the local food bank.
So with the Can Tree program, we just like that it stays local with our communities. 100% of any donation goes to support these programs, which is the Meals on Wheels, St. Joseph's, and Believers Chapel, and that's why we feel so strong about this.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Yes, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Alaska USA is delighted to actually contribute to the advocacy that you guys do. So we appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
We're here on Big Bear Boulevard at Santana and Mavericks with Susanna Morales. Good morning.
Good morning.
And you've had the restaurant open for just a little while.
Yes, since June.
Since June?
Yes.
How's it going?
It's going good, going good. Slowly but surely.
Yeah, very good. We're here to talk about Can Tree today real quick. Why do you think it's important to give to local charities?
Local charities, it's good to give only because if you receive business, I think it's good to give out business. And just like my mom always said, sharing is caring. Always, what comes around goes around. So I think it's just good to keep a lot of charities going for people that don't have, the possibility of what a lot of other people have.
Very good, very good. And do you have anything to say to people that are a little hesitant to give?
I think it's really good for people to give because this donation actually goes to 100% to the actual donation that we're donating to, and it's just a great, feeding people. What more amazing could that be of giving the pleasure of having your belly full of food?
Thank you so much, and again, thank you for giving.
No problem. Thank you. My pleasure.
And we're here with Patty Hafen of Big Bear Pilates. Good evening.
Hello.
And you have recently started getting involved with the Can Tree and the Board of Realtors and the Meals on Wheels by donating to the program. What brought you in?
Well, I was contacted by Nancy Arend, and she wanted to know if I was interested in donating to this organization, and I was, because I feel that Meals on Wheels is very important for our community and the people that can't prepare the food for themselves, whether it's for long-term or short-term, for whatever health reasons, economic reasons. And I feel it's really important to take care of our community members because we are a caring community.
So you think it's more important to go local than national?
Yes, I do. I hope your fundraiser is a huge success and that you get a lot more involvement from the community.
We're here with Shelley Kale of Shell Bell Designs. And we're talking about Can Tree today. Good afternoon.
Hi.
And now you've been donating Can Tree for a little while.
I have, yes. Yeah, we're all given our gifts that we can share with the community, and I make jewelry, and it makes a great silent auction donation, so I'm always happy to contribute when there's something going on.
Well, we talked a little bit before we got started here about Meals on Wheels. Why do you think that's an important service to offer?
Well, Big Bear is an unusual community because one of the reasons we like to live in Big Bear is because it is a little bit out of the way and serene, but also as we age, there's a little bit of lacking in terms of things close by, not only medical facilities, but, things that are easy to walk to and get to as, people age and can't drive anymore.
And we all need a little help now and then, don't we?
Yes.
Very good.
And I like to think I'm paying it forward a little bit because you never know. Someday, I may be in a position where I can't get to a meal or the meal can't get to me and someone else can. And, I did break my arm a few years back doing this and it was very difficult to do things. And so, whether it be a temporary or a long-term basis, I just feel like, we may all need some of that help at some time. So I like to, share and pay it forward a little.
Very good. Anything to say to people that are a little hesitant to donate?
Oh my gosh. Well, just think of these people that you're donating to ultimately as parents, grandparents, somebody in your family that may live up here and love it up here, and maybe you don't live here or their family doesn't live here. Just think of it as a family member that doesn't have a family to bring food to them up here.
Anything else you want to say about the program?
One of the things I really feel good about donating to the Board of Realtors and Cantry is that I know personally, because I have a very good friend, Nancy Aran, that is a volunteer for those organizations, and there's no salary for a board of directors or anything like that. All of the money goes directly to the recipients. Everyone does it out of the goodness of their hearts, and there's no middleman, taking a cut to pay a staff or anything. It's all volunteer. So I really believe in it, and thank you to those who do volunteer for that organization.
Thank you for your time today. Good luck with your business.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Gary Hawes.
Welcome, Gary. Thanks for taking some time for us today to talk about the Meals on Wheels. How long have you been receiving meals?
For a month now since my surgery.
So this is not something you do full-time?
No.
How long? And you said about a month, and you mentioned surgery. I hope everything's all right?
Oh yeah, everything's coming along fine, and it's healing up, and should be 100% here
Very good.
in the next month or so.
How was the process to get started with Meals on Wheels?
It was very easy, simple. It was a very nice program.
Very good. And would you say this was an integral part of your healing?
Yes, I'd say so. It made it a lot easier for me here this past month to have the meals delivered, and it helped out a lot. Yeah.
Very good. And how do you like the people bringing the meals?
Oh, very nice people. Very kind, considerate, and they were all very nice.
Any recommendations to people that might have a little bit of need?
I highly recommend the program for anybody that has after surgery and can't get around very well. I highly recommend that they look into the program and try and get it started for themselves.
Hi, my name is Joan. I get Meals on Wheels, and I'm so glad.
How did you get started with Meals on Wheels?
Well, last summer I was having a really hard time, and I thought, well, I'll try it for a few weeks. Well, I found out it's really terrific, and it really saved me from a lot of energy and everything, so I just kept it up, and I'm so glad.
Very good. How was the process to get started, Joan?
Oh, my goodness, it was so simple. I just called, and they came. No problem at all.
Very good. How do you like the people that bring the wheels?
Oh, they're
The
fun,
meals.
my goodness, and I see this fashion parade is what it seems like, except for the men. But no, it's so fun. In my pajamas greeting somebody at the door that looks really cute.
Any advice to people that, not too sure they really need it?
Well, it can make a big difference. I mean, for me, the fact that I don't have to shop and make a list, I didn't realize that that was the main thing. I can cook and all that, but so you just never know what part of your life it's going to affect. I was quite surprised.
Well, that's good. Anything to say to the people that support Meals on Wheels?
Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh my goodness, I know. I mean, it's just so amazing what a difference it can make. It's wonderful.
Very good. Anything else you want to say?
I can't think of anything, but just keep those meals coming. You'll keep me happy.
Thank you, Joan.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Bud Lindsay, and I receive Meals on Wheels, which is a very good outfit.
How long have you been getting the meals, Bud?
About a year, I think.
How did you get started with it?
Well, I used to have a friend that take me to the doctor when I had to go, and he's the one that told me about it. I didn't know anything about it before then. And anyway, I have no complaints. It's good to keep me off my feet. Before my wife died, she needed a lot of help, and I did all the cooking. And since she's gone, this is a real good thing. Because I don't walk good anymore, and so I don't have to do a lot of standing in the kitchen, which is good for me.
Very good. Well, they just delivered your meal for today. It smells pretty good.
Oh yeah, I have no complaints about the meals. No, they're very good, and I'm satisfied with them.
Very good.
And it's a big help. As far as I'm concerned, it's a real good outfit, and I hope it keeps on going and is supported by people. A lot of people need it, I think, and it's good to have.
Hi, my name is Phyllis Sikorsky, and I'm going to tell you how I got on Meals on Wheels. And one morning, I was making breakfast, and somehow my frying pan caught on fire. It scared the dickens out of me, and I got it cleaned up, and I talked to my friend Darla Jean Foley, and she's, "Oh, Phyllis, you've got to get on Meals on Wheels." I love Meals on Wheels because I cannot cook anymore. I love the people that drive. They talk to me, and most of the days they are the only ones that I talk to. But the meals are great. I love every bit of it. I love all the drivers, and I just can't say enough about it. With my situation, it's the best thing that ever happened to me.
We're here on Moonridge Way at Believers Chapel.
Yeah, this is Pastor Eric from Believers Chapel. We're glad to share with you a little. As you can see the background, beautiful scenery here. And every Thursday we have a bunch of cars here. We have people coming to pick up for their families and everything like that. We keep tabs of how many people we've fed. We have given so far from the start of the year 2018 to last Thursday, which I think was the 18th of 10/18, the pantry, we given to this amount of people, 42,000 $744. So our computer keeps track of that, and that's equivalent family-wise to 10,263. Now those can be repeating ones, so understand that. But these are all people that wouldn't make it if they weren't getting some help.
That's still a lot of food.
That's a lot of food.
And where do you get your food from?
Well, we go down to Riverside, Feeding America, every week. We get anywhere from 1,500 to, like this last week, 2,500 pounds of food. And then we get donations up here as well from several of the bakeries. Vaughn's store is very helpful. And
where do you get your funding to go buy the food?
Well, that's another phenomenal thing. One of them is, of course, the main one is the Realtors, and they have been our sponsor for, gosh, it's been probably 10 or 15 years. We've been involved with the pantry. Started out real small, but we've been going for close to 30 years. I'm only 31. No, I'm joking. But for around 30 years, and but it's people like that. There's the I probably will forget some of them, but there's of course Vaughn's. There's the Rotary. There's different clubs. There's 2 churches that help out here and there, and then there's just individuals that see that we're trying to help the community, and so we try to do that, and the people get a lot of food. They get to pick their own food. We don't bag it and say, okay, here, take this, get out of here. We really try to treat them well. And then we even have a gentleman that he's been doing haircuts for 40 years. And he does that for a donation. It's always on Thursday. We usually get here about 9. We get sign-ups. We get the coffee out for them, and then we start serving some hot food, those kind of things. We're trying to think out of the box, a little bigger than just food. Sometimes we'll even say, okay, here's this vegetable, what do you do with it? What can you do with it? Or here's this item, or whatever. We never know what we're going to get at the food bank, but it's always a lot.
Yes, it's a lot, but it could be more. And you can help make a difference by supporting your local realtors and their Can Tree project. Contact the local association and see if you can't make a donation. No donation is too small or too big. Together, we can make a difference.